Please make sure your
Hi,
flashes
everyone.
are all turned off now.
And what a baptism of fire, Steve, for Robert Milkins this is.
But that's not to say he will be found wanting in the competitive time, so he's played on the big stage. Perhaps not in a one-table setup as strongly as this, though.
Well, Jimmy and Ronnie have got their earpieces in, and on the right of them, Jason Francis, who runs Jim's tours. I can't tell Jimmy much about the game. Look at that excellent safety from Ronnie. And of course, that's the difference with... And you know that Robert Milkins isn't going to hold back.
Possible to hit that hard enough to get round the back of the black, so he's got away with it. Ronnie keeping the pressure on. Red ball coming down dangerously close to that pot.
Well, got past it too much. See too much of it, too thin.
Shot, and he can get his hand on the table now.
Well, I expect him to get it, Steve, and in all honesty, it's maybe all he's going to get.
Nine.
Could have tried to disturb some reds with that last black, chose not to. So there's a main pack still.
$16. 70.
Disturb something. There's a couple of open reds, but if he can, just nudging one out. He's made it available to the left middle.
$25.
Ridiculous to say.
Yes, and if he gets a few more reds and blacks, that's all he'll have eyes for. So 5 reds, 5 blacks.
41.
Now, just need a bit of luck when he goes into these reds. Just needs to... No, he's on one to the middle, but whether he can... The left middle, but whether he can get position on... Well, did he lose his
Ronnie
concentration
O'Sullivan,
because he couldn't play back for the black? But at the moment, Robert can't get near a pot.
Yes, nice kiss there from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Got into that a bit too much. And a reprieve for Robert Milkins.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Organizers by Ronnie.
Well, the aggressive safety, trying to bring those reds into the open, but he's playing it. He knows his opponent hasn't settled yet, so why take a risk? Is this going to nestle up behind the... Yeah, and if you could say one thing about Ronnie, that's the only thing that... And there's a chance now for Robert Milkins. Wants to get his hand on the table. Big round of applause. It's like a bat on the board. But can he make the most of this opportunity? He's underhit that one straight away.
8. 9. 14. 15.
It looks a bit straight on the black, so he'll probably play for the red. That's a little screw back to the cushion. Don't want to be straight, just wants an angle, so he may have to go back up for the blue now. And the reason for that is if he'd have just stunned it in, he'd have been very close to the cushion playing the black, but not the right.
He's just underhit a few shots, sign of nerves. Just got to get a bit more freedom in the arm. Get it.
Got a good recovery shot, and he's handing these two reds away from the side cushion. We'll just flick one of them out. He's not listening to...
35.
Well, it wasn't easy.
Robert Milkins, 35.
This is that. Those two reds on the left-hand side of the table, even if Robert Milkins did get a chance, highly unlikely he could win the frame in one visit. So that takes a little bit of pressure off.
Red that's away from the cushion. He's played it well, though. Got across to the other side of the table, so...
And played it nicely. Now, what sort of an angle is he going to have on the black?
1.
But I think he can screw back with enough power. Didn't catch it.
Where's the cue ball going? Well, for the blue, the red's handy enough. But the pink will put in 36 points in front with 35 remaining.
Eight.
So well, Milkins would come back to the table even if Ronnie missed.
15.
Considering the tremendous ovation he got, Rena, the expectancy of the
18.
packed crowd here, he looked very relaxed early on. Okay, Mr. But he looks in
22.
fine form. And I'm certain Robert Milkins
27.
was always aware the only way he's going to get anything out of this match is to play that.
33.
So in goes the black.
40.
Breaks of 48. That started it. And takes the first frame comfortably. So it's Robert Milkins who gets frame 2 underway. And the sooner he gets the frame on the board, the sooner he'll settle.
your opponent does decide to risk a pot.
Yeah, good shot. Well, Ronnie decided to take that on, I think mainly because he couldn't see a safety. It did, and what a good pot that was. And nicely on the blue.
That was the best strike Robert Milkins has made of his.
7. $13.
Oh dear. Well, you can only assume with a shot like that he didn't get down in the line. But it'll help if he's not going to be punished. Well, and it went, but he's got a tough pot. Spotted it, but it's a tough one. Well, very well played indeed. As I say, he never holds back, Robert. Ball, but he's nicely on this red.
9. Sure. 17.
Just having with him. You wouldn't want to stop the way he plays because he's just a natural, quick player, but there's certain shots where you just got to give it a neck.
23. $28. 29. $35.
Now, as an angle, there is one loose red, but if he's got the two straight, but he tried to force it in. And the problem is when you force in the angle, you just don't. But not there. But a 55-point lead, as we saw, with 83 remaining. So the frame.
Correct split on the reds. So an opening for Ronnie O'Sullivan to counter-attack at some stage.
Last time they met, of course, at York in the UK Championship. Ronnie then run out a very comfortable winner, 6 frames to 0. He was beyond the blue, but he needed a little bit more of a bounce. Than it's tricky. You only catch the near jaw. And he coped with it well. Clear the black spot.
7.
Get the feeling Ronnie O'Sullivan is one shot away from making this a foregone. And he would be in the controlling seat. He just wants to get the correct angle on one before he decides to go into the reds.
14.
Yeah, I was thinking for a minute this red to the right of the black didn't pass the black, but it clearly does.
20. 21.
I don't think there's any plants on. He can just get to that bottom red. He doesn't even have to break into them. That's a fantastic
28.
positional shot.
29.
If he's the right side of this black, just come a bit short. First mistake. Otherwise, positional shot for the middle pocket. But he's making it look pretty easy so far.
Yes, and of course, once he
36.
pots this red to the middle, centre or right corner.
37.
But it's all about cue ball control, and nobody does it better. A little bit short. I'll have to go up for the blue.
44.
Blue off this red.
45.
And that's just about inch perfect.
Against normal snooker players, Robert Milkin's positional mistakes wouldn't have cost him so dearly.
50.
The player there's ever been who's making light work
51.
of this counter-attack.
Yes, and of course what created this opening was the good safety shot he played where he snookered Robert on all balls. Robert
59.
didn't escape, left the free ball, and this is the result.
62.
So brown and blue for 2-0.
$66.
Whilst this is exceptionally brilliant to look at, it's also
71. $77.
Superb, absolutely superb. From the moment that Robert Milkins ended his 42, played a good safety, ends up with a break of 84. Top draw, 2-0.